Morning, y'all. Day 2 of the engine truck breakdown. So Dad, he's enjoying his oranges, or trying to, and we're waiting for the mechanic to call us. He's got to go find an ECM, so trying to keep you guys updated as far as I go along. We did the overhead last night, changed the turbo, changed the injector, and put on a newer actuator with the turbo. It came with it, so it was real easy to keep. And then we were still getting, cylinder 3 misfire. So he went ahead and decided to run an overhead, thinking that it would help. Some of the exhaust valves were, when he ran it, it was about 20 thousandths out on most of the cylinders. There were a couple that weren't. I think it was like 6 and 1 were a little further out, like 30 thousandths or something. So it was pretty bad. But it still didn't help our engine 3 misfire. So we decided to take an old ECM, a good one, and swap it with ours. Just unplug ours and plug his in, see if it works. Come to find out, that ECM was a 2450 engine series. Ours is a 2350 engine series. Not the same, but we wanted to see if the engine 3 code misfire would still show itself. It didn't, and along with a torrent of other codes, because again, that ECM doesn't match our truck. That's why it wouldn't work. So the fix today is look for an ECM. He's got a buddy down the road from him who might possibly have one. We might be able to borrow it and run it and drive it and see if it's ECM. If it is ECM, we'll go get a used one somewhere local and slap it on the truck and send it. So now we're just waiting on the guy to call, because he's got to get out of bed too. It's a day. You want to say anything, Dad? No? Okay. Yeah. Got his breakfast in his mouth. Oh yeah. Happy St. Patty's Day. Okay, so what we did was we unplugged the 2450 ECM and plugged in the 2350, the original one. I just got a hankering suspicion that it just sits all night, and maybe a solenoid that's inside of it's going bad could go good, and I don't know. We're throwing a Hail Mary at this point.
Seems like it's already running. I feel like this is the river with my hand on it. And the 9 back here feels the same.
Yeah. There's that hesitation to start. Yeah. She still got a miss, man. I'll come back over to the cab. Obviously you can feel it, it's shaking pretty good right at the door. Here at the shop, one thing we gotta imagine, this is the driver's seat right here. It's got an old school gear shifter with an overdrive on it. Kind of like that 73 or 71 Peterbilt that we saw in Mesa. If you go back on one of my shorts, you'll see it. Anyways, we're here at the shop, currently waiting on a new ECM to show up. And we're running a service bulletin for the fuel system. Truck's literally behind us. Let's see, there it is right there. I moved it over to another bay. Sorry, right there. Got the computer on it. They're running diagnostic, and we're just going to go from there. And waiting on the ECM to show up from the place we ordered one from. So, anyways, Van Higgins. Anyways, it's Vander Haag or whatever. It's over here in Sioux Falls, so it's literally like not even a quarter mile away. So this should be here pretty frequently. We ordered one this morning, but it ended up being a later model than the 2350 ECM that we currently have. So that one didn't work because of the later update. I'm assuming it has to do with the ECM's firmware. So, anyways, keep you guys apprised. Okay, boys, a little update. We just got the new ECM. She's installed, but no signal. It is a manual ECM, not an automatic. So we're trying to connect to it in order to change it. So what we're doing now is we're changing pins and going in and...
No.
Nope, what are we doing?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cut apart the harness.
No. Not cutting apart the harness. Looks like you were bringing some more wires, maybe different connections? I don't know.
Just a different way to plug into it. To skip the truck.
Yeah, different way to plug into it. We're just trying to change some settings in the ECM so Cummins Insight can connect with the ECM. Is that right?
Well, I got to get Cummins to connect to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Give me 1 sec.
Sure, bud. Okay, guys. It's another day from what we saw from yesterday. So I left you guys off. We were changing the it's windy here in South Dakota, so forgive me. I'm trying to stay out of the wind here. Get behind this truck. So I left you off yesterday. We were talking about the harness and fixing the harness. Well, the struggle is we were trying to get this ECM we have now to come in. It didn't show up yesterday for whatever reason. But he went literally next door, this place over here, junkyard, found not one but 2 ECMs. The first one was just flat out wrong version. It was a 2450 ECM. We need a 2350 ECM. Second one we got was a 2350, but it was an older design, and it was a deleted model. So, meaning the def and all the things on it were gone and deleted, and it was a manual, where ours is a automatic. So we could go in and change the settings. Struggle was we couldn't access the computer. Computer had a fault in it. Again, it's junkyard ECM. You're going to get what you get. So it was a free test, where there wasn't anything definitive. So now that the new one, well, good used one, bench tested, is on. The truck ran this morning. I didn't get it because I wasn't here. And he said it ran great. I mean, it was flawless. So now what he's doing is he's currently transferring files from the old ECM to new ECM. Excuse me, get these glasses off. And when he does that, that'll preserve all of our settings. That's all he's doing. So once those settings are preserved, then we can go on for a test drive and go from there. If he can't preserve our settings, he'll have to go in manually and change everything, and that's going to take a minute. So still good, but we're going to get on the road soon. So this is wrapping up. I mean, it's looking really, really good. I don't really see any other issue. I'm not a mechanic of this caliper, so I can change brakes and calipers, and I can put gas and change the oil. But anything outside of spark plugs and the simple stuff, this is a technician's work, and applaud to all you technicians out there. So we've got our load attached, and he's working hard. So we'll let him do his thing. We've got 2 computers working here, and we're trying to get the file transferred over from, this is the new one, and ours is still connected to the truck back there. So we've got a couple more brains here working on it, just transferring a single file over with all of our settings and parameters. Well, guys, I'm going for a test drive now, and we'll see this time around how it works. No check engine lights or anything like that comes on. Mainly it's the engine D rate. Once we get that squared away, then we'll be fine. So far, there's no miss, no idling issues. Even there at the shop, I mean, with the new ECM on, well, new to us ECM. Well, needs to say the DEF is cooking things good. Yeah. Yeah, boy. So we're out of the shop. We decided to take this truck to Peterbilt because the shop that we were working at was, I don't know. They were good boys, but I think they were at their limits. And literally, as we hooked up our old ECM, the truck is still idling and missing. The crazy of the thing of it all is that the check engine light went away as we were pulling out of their parking lot. So we're hooked up back to our old ECM, and I think the check engine light's gonna come right back. Look at this. It's just crazy. But it definitely is regenning right now because it is what it is. That's gremlins in this sucker. Just gremlins. Hey guys, Future Seth here. If you can tell, we're not in our truck. In that last clip, you saw us going to Peterbilt and dropping the truck off there. And because me and Dad are company drivers, we kind of have to abide by the, you know, what the company wants to do as far as where they want to take the truck, where they want to get it serviced, and things like that. So we did that, and when we did, we swapped loads with another driver. I mean, they had a load going to Canada. It was our original load, and so one driver brought up another Peterbilt. We literally just hopped out of one Peterbilt into another one, went to Canada with that. And that's what you'll see in this next video. I mean, one that's coming out a little later. But for the most part, yeah. So as of right now, this is March 29th. The truck is still in Peterbilt, and Peterbilt is telling us we need to rebuild. We don't believe it. We don't believe it. Everything that's telling us is something else. We talked with the engine shop down there, Hoffman Diesel. Again, good bunch of boys. They've got friends that work there, and he wasn't exactly sure who worked on it, but we're on our way back through from Alaska. That's where we're at right now. We're technically in North Dakota, getting ready to cross the Canadian border. Future video, by the way. On our way back through, we'll pick up the old truck and drive it home, and pray that it don't, you know, break down on us. But if it does, we'll tow it. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys here, and the next new video you'll see is me and Dad going into Alberta, because that's where we're going. We had to pick up from Sioux Falls and go into Alberta, go into British Columbia, deliver 2 different boats, and turn around and come back home, and then get ready for this trip. So, listen, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, there's just there's no fix to the truck. I mean, after we spent, you know, thousands of dollars, you know, and no sooner are we fit closer to a solution. So, anyways, y'all take it easy. Thank you for watching. And if you guys made it this far, like and subscribe, because, man, it helps the channel out every day. I'm growing, trying to get, you know, the channel out, trying to get to more people. And if you like this content, just keep watching. I appreciate it. It really means a lot to me because I'm working hard. I'm trying to put out some good content for folks that really like this sort of stuff. Dad's over here driving, and we're in the nasty.